Hello Libra, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Libra is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And if there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. All right. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Libra, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And we have a Nine of Swords to start us out with. I wonder if there's some uncertainty. I wonder if I feel like you're digging for answers about something, and well, I think we're going to find the answers, right? It may not be the ideal outcome, but you're going to know the truth about something. Okay. Now we're going to put this all into some context. We're going to do our November 2023 predictions. Okay. November 2023 predictions for Libra. We've got quite a bit of court cards. Oh, we got the Fool and more court cards. We have a court card from every suit. See, we've got fire, water, air, and earth. This is very balanced. This is nice. I think we can talk a little bit about your emotional life, intellectual life, physical life, your creative life. Let's select the mystery card first. Bonus card, confirmation card. This is one random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. And we're just going to set it here. We'll put Mr. Ed right on top. And we're not going to look at that card until the very end. Okay, so don't even ask. We're going to see if it'll tie everything together. If it'll give us the confirmation that we need. But if at any point during the reading you get an idea, a sense, a feeling of what that card is, go ahead and put your prediction in the comment section. I want to see if we can collectively raise our vibrations, tap into our intuition, and start discerning this mystery card together as kind of a group exercise in our own psychic abilities. Yeah. But first, let's take a look around the room. Very interesting that we only have the Fool card as the major arcana. This is the only one, which means we will get to do an I Ching reading, which is my favorite part of this show. Because we only have one major arcana, it requires an I Ching card to help us understand the message of this Fool, especially in this position. Right? This is kind of the position of what we don't want, or what the obstacle perhaps is. And maybe the obstacle, it's just as simple as us kind of letting go, letting loose, not trying to really have a direction, not worrying so much about the destination, but trying to enjoy the journey. Yeah. So with the Nine of Swords to begin, I think that you're going to have this month, okay, November 2023 predictions, you're going to have a realization about some sort of a relationship that is kind of doing you more harm than good. Okay? It could be with a person, could be with a pet, it could be with an employer, it could be with a neighbor, a friend, family member. But you're going to see that you're going to learn a painful truth here. And I mean that you're going to realize the reality of this situation, and it's going to be not fun, right? You would rather kind of not know this in some ways. Because I feel like you're going to see someone's true colors or what their true agenda is, and it's going to sting a little bit. But it would be better to know than not know, right? So that's the first prediction. I think somebody in your life is, well, we could look at this, the Prince of Cups here to get a little bit of an idea. Because the Prince of Cups is someone that is kind of concealing their truth. On the outside, they're all water, they're all reflection, they're all glittery and shiny, right? They're reflecting back to you just what you want to hear. But they have a secret inside. Okay? Because this is air of water. It's air inside, it's water surrounding. So they are just kind of reflecting back to you. They're mirroring, right? But they have their own agenda inside, and I think that's what you're discovering here with this. And I think you've been kind of investigating something or digging into something, okay? You will understand the truth. It will lead to a change in your circumstances, okay? It's going to be a situation where you're not going to stay where you are. Now, because this is a 2 of Pentacles, we have to spin our yes-no coin. I think it's a good time for that. So please formulate a yes or no question in your mind. It may be about this situation or about anything. I'm going to spin this coin. I'm not going to flip it. I have cameras and stuff up there. But if you want to formulate your question, pause the video if you need more time. But I'm going to go ahead and spin this now, and we will get our answer. And the answer is no. Okay, the answer is no, and it landed pretty much on the Fool and the Frog here. So that's kind of interesting. And the Frog is funny because it's amphibious, right? It's water and air, which is kind of what we had here, water and air, and it says no. So this might be a situation, again, where you discover something, you discover a truth in a situation that leads you to kind of say no, you know, and you're protecting yourself. Right? And I think it's a good thing. It's not going to feel the best until maybe perhaps later, you know. So let's take another look around. We have fire here. And we have fire here. So let's see what we have. A little bit of air, and we've got some earth energies. Okay. So let's go to the 3 of Wands. This is at the top. This is what you're really, I think, looking for in your life generally. In kind of a creative sense, a more long-term life path kind of thing. You're looking for something that really resonates with you on a fundamental level, mind, body, and soul. You want your thinking, your feeling, and your doing to all 3 be on the same page. All 3 be just enthusiastic about this, committed to this, right? The 3 of Wands is virtue. And I think this is your virtue in the sense that you're not going to commit to something unless it feels absolutely right on every level of your being, right? Physically, mentally, and emotionally, and spiritually, creatively. So I think this month, November 2023, you're going to find an opportunity to begin some sort of work that will allow you this kind of commitment, that will allow you to fully create in your life what you feel in your body, in your mind, in your heart, right? You'll be able to enter into a situation that then will allow you to create, right? This is still the potential. This is still in embryo. This is still opportunity. And this trinity resolves itself into an Ace of Wands. It's the beginning of something. And when you look at it, when you expand it, you take that Ace of Wands and you blow it up into 3 parts. You think, physically, is this something that I want to do? Am I able to do it? Is it going to be good for me physically? Yes, right? Check mark. Then you think, mentally, is this something I believe in? Is this something that stimulates my mind? Is it something that I'm interested in, right? Does it harmonize with what I believe to be my talent, my skill, what I want to do? Or if I don't know how to do it, is something that I really want to learn how to do? Yes, check mark. And then emotionally, does this resonate with my values? What I believe to be worthwhile, right? Does it stimulate my love and compassion, my creative energy? Does it help me to connect with other people, connect with myself? Does it help me to grow in this subtle spiritual way? Yes, check mark. Okay. Could be a business opportunity, could be a relationship even. But it's something that you're going to feel is really going to be central to your life, right? It stimulates every aspect of you with this ambition and enthusiasm, okay? And I feel this maybe towards the middle or end of November where this opportunity is going to present itself to you. Let's look at the Four of Wands down here. Because all of this stuff is kind of connected together, right? And especially when we get to the Four of Wands, now I feel like I'm getting this kind of silly picture of you taking down all the decorations from your house and putting up new stuff, right? I feel like you're kind of doing a spring cleaning, right? Even though we're headed into winter here, headed into summer in the south. I feel like you're just inspired to kind of strip everything down to bare walls and build it up again, redecorate, right? And you might be doing that kind of internally too, right? And especially through the ending of this relationship situation, the beginning of this new opportunity, maybe just makes you feel like you want a fresh start. There's that Fool energy coming in, fresh start. So I feel like you're doing that symbolically too, by stripping everything down to bare walls and then putting up a new coat of paint, new decorations, and it's kind of it's a ritual, right? It's a ceremony of new beginnings, right? So I feel like November is going to be a really big month for you in terms of a lot of changes. Now, we don't see a lot of water energy, okay, except for the Prince of Cups. So I wonder if this is maybe the romantic thing that you're going to be getting out of that. But you're going to be focusing more on self, more on your own expression of yourself. You're going to be focused more on opportunities for you to express yourself and create yourself, create your world, and to manifest these skills and talents. You're finding your kind of life's mission, right? The mandate from heaven, what you're meant to do. Or what we might call destiny, right? Or true will, right? I think that's what the Three of Wands is all about. I think getting out of this swords kind of thing here is allowing you now to discover what it is you really are meant to do. And now seizing the opportunity to go and do that, right? Now, it's very interesting that we have a Queen of Swords in this position. This is the Prince of Cups. This is air of water. This one is water of air. They're inside out, these two. They're inside out. So I almost predict that by the end of November, this person's going to come back and completely, what do they say, spill the tea or whatever, right? Or completely come clean and reveal everything that you have suspected or that you've already discovered on your own. Then they're going to come back around towards the end of the month and completely, just tell you everything, right? But by then, I don't think you're really going to care, okay? Because you've already discovered the truth. You've already made the change within yourself. You're already over it. But I feel like they might come back with this kind of apology or just a revelation of everything that you pretty much already know, right? So it's not going to mean much to you. It's a nice gesture, I guess, but that might be it, okay? Now, with this card, too, in the future position, I feel like this is now your reluctance to get into any situation that might be similar to this. This is you kind of saying, look, I'd rather be alone than be in a situation where I don't quite trust the person. I don't quite believe what their agenda is or what their motives are. So with the Queen of Swords, you're very much more on guard, right? And I think it's a confidence, especially when we get this fire energy activated. I feel like we're feeling better. We're feeling more confident. We're feeling more outgoing, and we're not going to tolerate any nonsense, right? This is a no-nonsense zone, right? So I like this card for the future as well. Now, back to the Two of Pentacles really quickly. I do think that this is an internal change as far as your persona, your confidence level. But then I do definitely feel an external change as well, right? So we may be kind of getting rid of this relationship. You might be moving, right? There might be some sort of physical move involved here too with the Two of Pentacles. Either, like I said, either redecorating, or maybe it's really moving into a new place where the walls are blank, right? And you get to put up your own stuff. That sort of thing. I'm just getting the picture of everything coming down and then everything coming back up. So it might not be in the same room, right? You might be changing to a different house, apartment, place to live, whatever. Moving to the path of the serpent now, we see this one. See, now we're getting into some nice pentacles, the discs here. We have the Knight of Pentacles as your general energy. And I think that this is you really formulating your long-term plans. I think that you're going to be focused on, or you should be focused on, your plan for the rest of the year, right? This is November 2023 predictions. So what do you want the end of December? Like by January 1st, kind of what do you envision for yourself? Okay. Let's go further. Let's say, what about next January? What about 5 years from now? What about 10 years from now? Right? A 10-year goal, that's pretty far out, right? So make it something big. Make it something huge. And then we can work our way backwards. 10-year plan, huge 10-year plan. Let's say 5 years, then 1 year, and then few months, few weeks. What do you want in the next few days, right? So we have to reverse engineer that final goal. This is the card of spiritual vision. And I think that you should spend the next, few days, few weeks, trying to get a clear picture of what you want that 10-year goal to be. And then work your way back. Okay? Write it down. Write it down and start to fill in the details as you go. Right? Because this is the vision. This is just that kind of spiritual moment. We have to do all of the work of the pentacles, the ace through the 10, to really fill in those details, right? And we don't have, we have just this Knight of Pentacles. We have a 2 and a 3. So we're beginning the path. We're starting to do the work, but we don't have all of the details yet. So with the Knight of Pentacles, it is a strong recommendation that you start filling in the details, that you come up with your 1 month, 1 year, 5 year, 10-year plan, even if it's just a rough idea. But then keep that sheet of paper and start filling it in a little bit more as you go along, as you have revelations, as you have dreams and visions, as you have insights, right? Write that stuff down, right? So we can put some flesh onto this kind of skeleton plan that we've got, right? Now, the three of Pentacles in your environment, I think that's really related to what this is. I don't know, maybe this is a new business, right? Maybe you're starting to produce something, you're starting to sell it, maybe you're starting a business or starting not just a job, but like a career, or changing careers, or really focused on that. Because I feel like it's going to take a lot of your time. I sincerely hope it's part of your long-term plan. It seems like everything here is fitting together. I think it's going to be a lot of hard work, but I think it is going to feel effortless, right? Because it's going from pure fire to pure earth. And these two, fire to earth, that's what I really love in the tarot, because it is like inspiration to implementation, idea to materializing it, heaven to earth, will to action, right? Energy to matter, right? And it's a direct shot. It's instantaneous. It's effortless. There's no resistance. There's no impedance. What impedes us from following through with our intention, right? You get inspired to do something, and then next thing you know, there it is, done. Well, what's in between that is the water and the air, which is mostly what we see over here, water and the air. All of this stuff, our thinking, our feeling, our emotions, our internal conflict, right? And that's what we need to resolve, is any kind of internal conflict. We need to make sure that what we are aspiring to, what we're focused on, doesn't meet with too much resistance from our human personality. And of course, it always will, right? We'll always have a heart-mind, or some of us have a heart and a mind, right, as separate functions. But as long as we try to do this internal work of harmonizing how we're thinking, how we're feeling, our beliefs and our values, everything that we talked about with this one, really, then we'll find that the work we do is insanely productive, but at the same time effortless, right? It's like you don't even have to try. It may be physically demanding, it may be emotionally and mentally demanding, but it is just running so smoothly, right? It's like the gears in a clock. It's harmony, right? And that's what I feel for you. And this month, I think, is going to see a lot of this, the beginning of this energy. And I think by the end of the month, you'll have a good plan, long-term plan set up, and we'll be well into the workings of this new opportunity. And I think what we have here with the Fool, I think this is the feeling of freedom, right? The kind of the effortless action, the effortless work that we're doing, where it just seems that we are so committed to our life and to our goals and to ourselves and to what we're doing that it feels like freedom, because you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to wrestle with yourself about what you should do or who you should be, right? So I feel that there is this real freedom that you're going to be feeling. Now we have to do an I Ching for that before we get too long in this video. Let's do our I Ching hexagram for that Fool energy. I feel like the Fool really could be talking about travel too. You know, I get this just a feeling of carefree activity, but not carefree in like a self-destructive way. You know, some people, they might be a little bit wild, a little bit free, and it kind of indicates something else, right? A little bit of self-destructive behavior. No, this is a freedom as in you're free to live your life, to create, to love, to experience, to do things, to be who you are, with no worries, with no resistance, with no restrictions, right? Let's see what the I Ching says. "54, the marrying maiden. To set out to bring order, pitfall. No direction is fruitful." So that's kind of what I said at the very beginning of the reading, if you remember, with the Fool card. I said maybe the Fool is this idea that we don't really need to have a particular goal in mind, right? Maybe this is, and I'm kind of revising it now, that we have our plan already established. So now in the moment, we don't need to worry about it. Put it out of your mind. Just experience the world. Just do what you do in this effortless way. We don't need to worry about the goal, right? The I Ching says no direction is fruitful. Having no direction is fruitful. Well, we've got our goal, and that we can file it away. Already done, right? We already know what it is. I've already got my plan. Now, we could just live. We can just experience life. We can just do what we do without worrying about the goal. Does that make sense? There's no lusting after the rewards. We know. I've already got it written down. I know where I want to be in 10 years. Now there's nothing left to do but enjoy the journey, right? Let's see what else it says on this card. Marrying maiden supported the first wife of Chinese nobleman. You are in a supporting role. You are not yet ready to exert influence. Do not set intentions or make plans. Feel your way, adapt, and find your place, without originating any action or having any agenda of your own. How can you grow into this situation? What does it mean to you to come second, and how sustainable is this? I wonder if this is kind of saying where we are and what we need to get away from. I don't know if I should take this card literally. If you are in a supporting role, right? It says that marrying maiden supported the first wife of Chinese nobleman. Okay, well that's, that doesn't so much apply to modern day, but I wonder if this means that In whatever situation you're in now, you're not the number one. You're not the top priority. You know? And that puts a new spin on this current situation, the one that we're getting away from. Okay. So I think that this, the Fool and the I Ching, this is trying to describe to us the state of things as they are and why there's this need to make these moves, to make these changes. Okay? Because this is not a situation that you should marry. You know? This isn't a situation that we need to commit to. Because you're not this person's top priority. Now, they could be a water sign person. It might be a Scorpio person. I don't know for sure. There could be an A in the name there. Okay. But the idea from these two is that this is not something that you should commit yourself to. That this is putting you in kind of a second fiddle position where you need to be number one. Right? You need to view yourself as number one, not be somebody else's number two or number three. Okay? It's very interesting. And then, of course, when we have the Fool, this is about freedom. This is about transcending. This is about making a fresh start, making a big decision for yourself. Fresh start. Fresh start here. So in this situation, it says you're not ready to exert influence. Don't make any plans. Don't set any intentions. So that tells me that if you were to stay here, that you wouldn't be doing any of the rest of this. Okay? This would be a very restrictive situation. And like our yes/no coin said, we're saying no to that. Okay? I hope that's clear. The final card that we have today is, of course, the Knight of Wands. This is quickness. This is really trusting the momentum of the situation. Horse and rider, conscious, unconscious, ourself and the universe, we're trusting it. We're riding this wave. We're riding this momentum. I think November 2023, things are going to happen rather quickly for you. And I think as soon as we get away from this situation that's restricting us, the momentum is going to pick up. It's going to be faster and faster. So we have to be prepared. We have to be ready to wrap up the loose ends and move into this new phase. Start this fresh life. Yeah. So I think in this case it is, sometimes this card says, well, look, don't be impulsive. Don't get carried away by the horse, right? In this case, it feels to me like it is kind of a, yes, let the horse do the thing. Trust in your horse, but you hold the reins. Okay? Trust in the momentum of this situation. All right? I think November is going to be a very big month for you. Let's take a look at the mystery card. Do one final prediction for November. Go ahead and, if you want to put your prediction in the comment section, go ahead and do that. I'm going to say it's going to be a 9 or a 10 of cups. I'm thinking 10 of cups. I'm thinking we're going to be shown the ultimate prediction that this is going to be the happiest life, that you're moving into this really just lovely, blissful energy. Yeah. I'm thinking 10 of cups here. Oh, it's a 10, but it's a 10 of pentacles, which, it's even better, right? 10 of pentacles is wealth. This is the complete picture of your best life. I think this is what you're moving into. This is what you're working toward. I think this is the picture of your best life. That is your spiritual vision. Your 1 month, 1 year, 5 year, 10-year plan is to build this. Every step of the way, you want to increase this. You've got your pets, your plants, your people. You're living your best life. So I think the ultimate November prediction for you is that you're going to manifest your best life this month and every month hereafter. Because we have a plan, because we're putting our spiritual energy, our creative energy into that plan, 100%. We're getting rid of anything that is restricting us, anything that is not for us, so that you can focus on manifesting your best life. Okay, these are the details that I said you have to fill in. We create this kind of sketch outline of our plan. These are the details that you're slowly going to be filling in as you come to realize more and more what it is you truly want in your life. Okay, I think in November 2023, you're also going to find a significant financial resource that is going to allow you, and it could be through this business or this work that you're doing, but a significant financial resource that will allow you a little bit more freedom in how you are envisioning your best life, right? What kind of things that you want, where you want to be, who you want to be. Okay, and a little bit of financial freedom here. Okay, very interesting. Very, very cool. We're going to do an extended reading, Libra. If you want to stick around, click on the link in the corner. That'll give you access to every extended reading, not just for Libra, for every sign. All right. I want you to remember that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you, and we're all in this together.